program will start shortly in a minute. Kindly bear with us patiently for just 1 minute.
Is it audible?
Yes, Arumugam, it's audible. It's audible.
Thank you.
Shall we start?
Yes, Prakash, we can start.
I request all the participants, please turn off your webcam and mic during the presentation. Thank you for your cooperation. Very good afternoon to all. Knowledge is power. Information is liberating. Education is the premises of progress in every society, in every family. Between yesterday's mistake and tomorrow's hope, there is a fantastic opportunity called today. We are the Dr. GRD Memorial Library take immense pleasure in welcoming you all for the online awareness program on National Digital Library of India, NDLI. As Henry Ford rightly said, coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, and working together is success. Win-win situation when we approach her. She is none other than Professor Dr. G.R. Karpagam, who plays various dynamic roles and responsibilities in this campus in motivating us to do a lot of activities for the benefits of academic user community. Who is also the professor in charge of the library is here. Now I request Professor Dr. G.R. Karpagam to deliver the welcome address and prologue of this program.
Thank you, Prakash. Good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants. Dr. GRD Library believes content is king and context is queen. National Digital Library of India, NDLI, is a virtual repository of learning resources, which is not just a repository with search or browse facilities, but also it provides a host of services for the learning community. As one more feather on the cap, Dr. GRD Memorial Library of PSG College of Technology is registered member of NDLI Library Initiative, NDLI Club. I take this opportunity to welcome our principal in charge, Dr. Prakasan, deans, HODs, all faculty colleagues, and students to this awareness program. It is sponsored and mentored by Ministry of Education, Government of India through its initiative. National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, NMEICT. I appreciate the efforts taken by our librarians, Mr. Arumugam, Mr. Prakash, and Mr. Venkatesh. This awareness program will give you and will be an eye opener to excuse me, sorry. Will be an eye opener for you to utilize the NDLI library. Actually, with the NDLI library, there are numerous lakhs of resources which you can filter, make a federated search, and make your opportunity to learn right things from the least effort. NDLI user group specific services starts from exam preparation material from school to college students till the job aspirants. It is built to provide support for all academic levels, including researchers, lifelong learners, all disciplines, all popular forms of access devices, and differently abled learners. That's the specialty of NDLI. This is developed and operated and maintained by Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. Now, this program is an initiative to give an awareness on how to utilize this resources during this pandemic period. Even if you are not going to visit the library physically, all the subscribed electronic resources which we have subscribed, additionally what NDLI provides, how to access them. That's the objective of this program. My sincere thanks to everyone, all the participants, for their gracious presence. We are here looking forward to serve you better. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. I take immense pleasure in welcoming my colleague, Mr. J. Arumugam, librarian, Dr. GRD Memorial Library, PSG College of Technology, to brief us on National Digital Library of India. Over to Mr. J. Arumugam, librarian.
Thank you, sir. So very good evening to 100% here. It's my great pleasure and opportunity to explore about NDLI, an initiative of Government of India. I think we are all very much aware about, there are so many initiatives are done by Government of India through Ministry of Education with a platform called ESS, InfluMed. There are so many initiatives are happening that may be like ESOD Sindhu, ESOD Ganga for accessing all the electronic thesis, and ESOD Gangotri for all the research papers and research works, and ESOD Sudhi for checking the plagiarism. Like that, there are so many initiatives are done by Government of India with the direction by the Ministry of Education. So another further, as already mentioned by our professor in charge, like National Digital Library of India is another initiative by Government of India with the assistance of Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur here. So why we need to go this kind of resources? Why they have initiated this kind of library? So many of you are having that questions in your mind. So what this NDL is going to do and why it is initiated by them? The purpose is, even this pandemic period is a very good evidence for us because we are not able to access the library physically. In that scenario, so how we are accessing the resources, how it enables us to go to library and makes us to read. So this is the evidence actually. In this session, I would like to cover the following parameters like open access digital libraries with special reference to NDLI, and what is the special features are available with NDLI, and how to register and access this National Digital Library of India, what kind of collection they have, and for what purpose, what are the purpose can be solved by this NDLI. This is the overall coverage done in this presentation here. Before that, I just want to take a confirmation from you people. The screen is visible to you? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sure.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And this NDLI is following can be accessed and browsed through this URL ndl.iitkgp.ac.in. This is the homepage and this is the URL for that. Before that, I just want to have a small snapshot and idea about NDLI. What is this NDLI? This is the project under Ministry of Human Resource Development earlier. Now it's called as the Ministry of Education. And this is a digital repository which contains textbooks, articles, videos, audiobooks, lectures, even simulations, fictions, and all other kind of learning media. You can ask me, sir, by using Google, I'm able to get a lot of information. Then why you are asking you to go through NDLI? What is the special feature it has? The reason is, if you are searching in Google, you may get all the junk information by giving a single click. But you are going to get the appropriate information and you are going to access the authentic, relevant, and realistic information for your information thirst. For that, you have to go to NDLI. You can access the NDLI platform. This is what we are going to give you a very proper guide. And now this generation is totally changed with the reading habit. The second objective of NDLI activity is they want to inculcate the habit of reading, which is lacking right now. What we thought is by clicking our sixth finger. I think what I mean by our sixth finger. Through our mobile devices, we are able to get all kind of information. We are thinking in that way. Even in that, there are different kind of medias people are looking for. Even I want to know the recent advancement happening in robotics by simulation models. So all these kind of information can be accessed with a proper medium through NDLI. For that, the thirst and the searching strategy, learning media's requirement by the recent generation is totally changed right now. In that context, this NDLI has different kind of learning resources and objects. So this is the way we can access the different kind of learning resources and medias through NDLI. And the second thing is, who is this for? And this is for not only for school people or college people or for professional people, it also covers for academics, researchers, edupreneurs, and also lifelong learners. Those kind of target audience can access this NDLI material. Then you can think for what kind of content it has. So you may have that idea like it should cover n number of resources, number of resources. That's what. This NDLI is having the collection of more than 5 crore material, digital material. And it also serves to the all kind of people. Even as school children who is doing first standard can access this NDLI. And college students from undergraduate level to research level, they can access this NDLI for their information requirement. And also for professional people. Sir, I am doing some professional degree and I am working with some corporate sector. Shall I make use of it? Yes, you are able to make use of that. That kind of material is also available with them. And the lifelong learners who expect some literature and also they expect some classical literature and novels like that can also be accessed through NDLI. So this is for all set of people, those who seek for information. And the third thing is like, what are the contents are available in NDLI? So you can ask me. Before that, this NDLI content is born as a digital object and it has the digital surrogate of all the physical objects here. And its digital metadata of physical objects are available here. You can ask me what kind of digital metadata it has. It is not going to store all the digital information which is available in and around India. It is not like that. They are going to extract and harvest the metadata which is available with all the renowned institutions so that we are able to access all kind of information by sitting in your desktop itself. So this is all the content it has. And this is what I said. The NDLI does not store any content here. they are going to give a link for that. They are just ingest the metadata for search and browse. So this is what they are going to give. And this what kind of learning media and resources this NDLI has, what types of sources it has. So this is the clarity I just want to give you people here. So we are able to access articles, books, article with respect to the journal article and research articles, books and reports, notes, law acts. If I want to refer any law judgment, that can also be accessed through NDLI, and technical reports from various funding agencies can be accessed here. Even they have give access to thesis. You are able to access the full text thesis by all the universities. That means they have give link with East South Ganga, so that what are all the theses are published are available by all the universities in India. They are supposed to store their content in the East South Ganga. So they have given link to that. So we are able to access the total thesis at free of cost. And the historical records, that is also available in NDLI. And they have a very good collection of video lecture or in all the discipline almost. For example, now the trend is totally changed. We want to access the lecture through videos. Even we are not able to understand by a professor what we are looking for. We are just going to Google and we are searching for a good lecture on that. So that is also available from the reputed institutional professors. And what kind of different kinds of collection does NDLI has now? Even at home, we are able to access school material and CBSE examination material, preparatory examinations or materials available, engineering materials available for science people. We are able to access all the science and technology materials here. And I think, yeah. So I request all the participants kindly mute your audio and video so that it won't annoy other disturbances. And humanities, and it also has the material about literature, law and management. By seeing the subject discipline categorization, you are able to understand almost covers all the subject disciplines. Those who are interested in any of the discipline, you can go with that. And even if you want to know, recently they have added this COVID-19 research repository. Any clarification is required for COVID-19. So they have a different kind of collections in NDLI with special reference to COVID-19, like a scholarly publication related to COVID-19. They have a data sets with them, and documents and videos related to COVID-19 is available with that. Journal and conferences. Even if you want to access a Lancet papers related to COVID-19, you are able to access that through this research repository. And ideas and funding, challenges and startups is also available here. And they have other important thing called they have future collection. In that future collection, they have a different kind of ideology called they are usually used to update with the birth centenary of Sir Satyajit Ray. It is changeable periodically. And on this day, what happened? And the topic of the week and the topic of the day, and also the speaker, the renowned person of the day, like that. They are having a different kind of collections as a future collection in their portal here. So this is what about this NDLI. And you can ask me what is the special features or available apart from that. So this is the answer for you. It provides a single window search facility so that the learners can retrieve the right resources with the least effort in minimum cost. As I already told you, if you are searching with Google, so we are able to get more than 1 lakh pages for a single keyword. We don't know what is the relevancy. We don't know what is the precision ratio. In that sense, this NDLI is going to direct you with the right information, with the minimum time, and also the relevancy is at the high priority. It also available in all popular forms of access devices. For example, many of the apps are available which can be worked only with the Android application and Android mobile devices. But here NDLI, they have given option to access all the mobile apps with having an Android application as well as in the iOS platform. So they have a mobile app for NDLI. It can be accessed through Android and also with the iOS platforms. This NDLI is designated to hold the content of any language. So those who are very much interested in their own mother tongue like Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, and even in Hindi. So it is available in all the leading vernacular languages. Why I am saying this is people are very much interested in literature normally. So you can read your own language literature books and your interested books available in NDLI. And it's a digital library that stores information, that means metadata, about a different kind of digital content, including books, articles, videos, audios, thesis, and other educational materials relevant for users from varying educational level and capabilities. This is what this NDLI is doing right now as a special featured collection. And so what are the basic steps you want to access for, to be followed to access this NDLI? So again, we have to go with the Google mantra again, search for NDLI. So you will be redirected to the proper way. The NDLI portal here. This is the home page of NDLI here. Here you can select the language, in which language you want to access your content. So you can select your language here like that. And second thing is, you can browse your content. So in that browse option, they have a various content here. Like by type, you can browse, or by subject, you can browse, or by source, you can browse, and also finally by learning resource. Different kinds of learning resources are available. By using that also, you are able to browse your collection. This is for the vernacular language, how we are going to search. People, those who are interested in the different language, you can go with that also. For that, I have projected here. And this NDLI is having, as I told you, more than 5 crore digital materials here. So here, this is the basic search option which is available here. And you have a different option called, another option called advanced search option also. That can also, you can access, you can use for your exact search. And this is the basic search. And I'm going to explain you here how you are going to search for your information. As I told you, you can browse by type or by subject or by source or even by learning resource. So this is the browse option you have. Here, I am searching for a single word called statistics as a basic search. If you want to give it in advanced search mode, you can click on advanced search and you can search for the information which you are looking for. And you can see here in the left-hand side, we are able to refine your results with a various option called access restriction, or by author you can filter out, and also by subject category. Sir, I am looking for mathematical statistics. So I can restrict my subject category by mathematics alone. And the fourth option is like a educational degree. I am looking for the content in the UG level or PG level, or even in the BSc level or MSc level, or even the BE level like that. You can select the particular education degree level for your information search. And the difficulty level, it is for PG or UG, or it is a low level, or you are expecting in the high level like that, you can search for the difficulty level. The education level also you can search for. I'll go one by one anyway. And which file format you are looking for. You are looking for the content which is available in PDF format, or even it is available in the presentation form, a PPT format. Like that, you can search for a different file format in which you are looking for. And you can select the language also. And even you can search for specific learning resource type, and also the source wise. You can refine your results based on the refine option they have provided here. And on the right hand side, you are able to see the content type. What kind of content you are looking for? You are looking for text content, or you are looking for a presentation type, or you are looking for any video lectures provided by the reputed university faculty. That can also be selected. And also, sir, I am very much interested in hearing for audio lectures. Then there are so many audio books are available in all the subject almost. So you can select for some audio lectures, simulation type. So I want to learn by using the simulation models. So you can select for the simulation, then you will get a simulation type of pedagogy in for your search. And sir, I want to know by image. So that is also the application or content type available here. And I want to know with the application and animation. All these are different kinds of content type available in NDLI. That's what I have done here. I have searched for statistics. I here able to see different kind of content. With in the first option, you are able to see by language And second option, you are able to see here from which source it appears and for which education level it is and for which content it is, for a technical study paper or what, like that. I have given that. So this is the way I can search for different kind of material. And when I'm clicking for advanced search, I'm able to search with a various option called, you are looking for the exact title, it should contain this value. And from which source you are looking for. So I am looking for the material which is published only from Science Direct or only from Springer. So I can select from which source I am expecting the information. And I can go select for the educational level also. In which educational level I want to access the information. And language, as I already told you, and also the learning type. So I am looking for the material which is available in the presentation mode. Like that, I can search for the exact learning type also. This is the way you can refine your search by using the refine option as well as in the advanced search option. And so you are able to see here different kind of log symbol like this. Even if you are accessing any of the e-resources, you are able to see the different kind of logs in this way. The green colored open log or green colored partially open log or red color closed log, orange color partially open log, like this. What it depicts? Actually, the green colored open log depicts the full text is available to all. So any content which is available with the green colored open log, it can be accessed by everyone. And you have a trigonal symbol like this. This depicts as a limited one, which is a part of the text is available, but the full text requires the authorization by the source authority. For an example, if the content is actually provided by IISCR Bhopal, then we have to request them for accessing the full text. So this is called as a limited access. And there is an orange colored partially open log. That means this is a subscribed content, which means that the full text available for the institution, those who have subscribed to the source. For example, our institution has subscribed to Springer, Elsevier, and other thing like IEEE Explore, Scopus, and other databases, ASME, AAC, like that. So if we have subscribed to the content, then we are able to access the full text of the content provided by the particular source. If we have not subscribed with that, then we are not able to access. Fortunately, we have access to all the subscribed content because we have subscribed almost all the engineering and technology related databases here. And the red color closed log, which depicts that this is authorized. The full text requires authorization by the source authority and separate login to the source. We need, if for an example, I want to access the material which is available with IIT Jodhpur. So I have to require a login from IIT Jodhpur, and then only I am able to access the full text of the content which I require. And the final stamp by NDLI, which depicts that it signifies the document can be accessed in full text mode only by logging to NDLI. If I am a user of NDLI, then I have to register with NDLI. Then only I am able to access the content which is available in NDLI. So this is the 5 different symbols which are available and which depicts the different values to access the content. Okay. So do you have any questions up to this? Shall I continue? Or do I face any issues in that? No, right? Shall I continue?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So now I will explore you and elaborate like what are the other ways to browse the content. So as I told you, by type, you are able to see here, whether it is a video or article or image or audio or presentation or simulation or application or it's animation. This is what the different kind of type of material which can be browsed through NDLI. For an example here, I'm searching for a content which is called text alone. So I am looking for a material from IIT Bombay. So I have clicked here like different kind of content. Here you are able to see all the access restriction option as I told you, like open log, closed log, like that. So you are able to see here different kind of logs. So I want to access the open access material which is available in NDLI. So that is the option which is available here. You just filter it out. You are able to access all the open access material provided by them as by source. So I have selected only the text so that there is an option to display all the text material which is reliable to the content which I have searched for is available here. So like that, even more, by using the text, it shows the results of which are all available in text mode. And also further tune I can do by, I am expecting certain resource by the specific author. Like for example, I am looking for the material which is written by Bernard Baines alone. So then I can select the concerned author and I can restrict alone. I can get the exact material which is provided by the Bernard Baines alone. And by subject, next is by the subject category. In which subject, even I can look for the material which can be combinedly available in various subjects as a multidisciplinary. So in that context, I have a clear-cut idea. I want the material which is only from technology alone, or I am looking for the material which is only from computer science alone. So in information technology, people also studying data structure. Computer science people also studying about data structure. So from which people you are expecting, from which subject category you are expecting. So that can be filtered out by using this option here. And this is about which the educational degree level. Sir, I am expecting the material in the standard or in the level of MPhil or in the level of MBA or in the level of MCA. Like that, I can filter out by using the educational degree level so that the quality of the content varies from the user to user. And the difficulty level, sir, I am expecting the content in a high standard or with a low standard or even with a medium standard, so that the difficulty level can also be refined based on your search. And this is about the educational level, whether you are looking for material with the UGPG or even you are looking for the schooling level. Like that, you can select. Even you can see here up to 10th class they have a material. So like this you can look for. And different kinds of formats. You can ask me, sir, what kind of format of content is available here? You can access the content in PDF format or TSP or JPEG or JPG, text format, zip, MP4, and the document as a document format and the MOV format. All these different types of formats are available when we want to access the information here. And for languages again, there are different kind of languages which you want to search that is available here. So this is a way you can search for languages. And what kind of different learning resource type? So I am looking for only the audiobook. I'm looking for only the book reviews on the particular topic. I'm looking for the particular case studies related to particular domain. So you can filter out your learning resource type with the various category. What kind of information you are looking for with the various type. I want only the periodical. I want only the posters. I want only the script, or I want only the case studies. Like that, you can filter your learning resource type for your information. And about source, finally. This is about source. Sir, I am expecting the material only from Springer or only from ACM Digital Library, or I am expecting the material only from IIT Bombay or Bangalore University or University of Madras. So like that, you can filter out from which source you are expecting the information. So this is the various way to browse your information with respect to types. And this is about the subject. Almost it covers all the subject. For that, I already shown you here. So they have started from computer science to history, geography, literature, fine arts, decorative arts, technology, engineering, natural sciences, social sciences, language. Almost they have covered all the subjects here. That's what I told you. They have covered more than 5 crore digital collections they have. And here I have mentioned within that subdomain, that means a major category within the major subject category, there is a subcategories also available in each and every subject. So that can also be done here. And you can micro level categorization and micro level refinement is possible whenever you are looking for the subject level browsing here. And by source, as I told you here, I am looking at material from the particular source like Elsevier, Springer, or from the reputed universities. So that and all you can access here by this way. This is by source you are able to access the collection. For an example, sir, I want to access only the video content that too through NPTEL. So in NPTEL, what are all the collections they have on the particular aerospace propulsion topic? So I can select NPTEL alone, and I am able to get the results only authored by the NPTEL, and I am able to access that. So it's my humble suggestion. So kindly mute your mobile phones, please. Yeah.
Arumugam, I guess there are some Google bombers. It usually happens in many seminars.
Okay.
We will look into it. We control it. You please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And this is the way by source wise we can search for our collection through NDLI. And as I told you here, by different learning source, you are able to access. I have told you some basic learning resource type. But when I am looking for browse by a different kind of learning resource, so we are able to find out there are n number of learning resources are available. We may heard about only ebook or e-journal like that, but here you are able to see here audiobooks are available, book reviews, case studies, newspaper, periodicals, photographs, posters, script, activities, album, almanacs, annual report, appendix, and articles. These are the various learning resources are available in various formats. So this is what we should clearly understand. There is a different option to refine all our results here. And sir, I want to access only the audio lectures by the reputed institution. So you are able to access and browse the various audio lectures by the reputed institution is also possible here by this way. And about the question paper, sir, is there any option to access by various question paper? Yeah, there are so many options are available here. You just click on the learning resource type question paper here like this. This is about survey and this is about question paper here. Sir, I want to study for a UPSC examination or TNPSC examination. All the competitive examination question papers are available in NDLI. Almost they have covered the reputed examination bodies question papers are available in NDLI here. Click on question paper. You are able to see here in the left hand side with the source UPSC combined service or state government, the Tamil Nadu State Board services like that. All the competitive examination conducting source files are available here. You just click on that and which language and which subject you want to access. All the question papers is also available with them in the name of NDLI here. And this is the way. And now I will come to the second part. As of now, I have told what kind of content and how to browse those content available in NDLI. Now I will come to the second part. So how we are going to register, and if there is any feedback, I just want to give how to do that. So this is the way. So this is the portal. Directly go to NDL here. And here there is the option.
मैम मोदी जी कुछ कहना चाहते हैं.
Sorry. So sorry for the interruptions. I think there are so many Google bombers. I think so.
We can't do anything. This is Google bombers, which usually happens. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So here, if we want to do a bulk registration, there is an option here. But I request all the participants kindly enroll yourself with the properly given our college domain ID and give all the basic information, and you are able to do that. They have a different option called even you can connect with all the NDLI social networking platform. They are available. That is available in Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn and Instagram also. For all the recent update, you can connect with the social networking pages like this. And if you want to give any feedback, you can give an option. There is an option called feedback. You can give the feedback also. And from institution level, there is a bulk registration that is possible that we have already done for all of you. And those who have done that, you can do it individually so that you can add to the club activity. And in order to attend we are going to conduct n number of the NDLI seminars for you. So that are all knowledge wrecking seminars, lecture series on various topics that may be for publishing journal or for intellectual property right and how to write an article, and also for how to avoid plagiarism. That are all the hot topics we are going to cover in the NDLI lecture series. Once you become a member of NDLI club through your registration, then you are able to attend all these lectures in future. So this is the way you can log in yourself. So try to click on login here, give your basic detail like your email ID and password and all. Immediately you will be getting a community. You have to give the basic information like this. You can register in your own and immediately you will getting the mail communication for that. You just once click on your mail communication, then you will be added to the NDLI activity. And this is for the institute. So we can do the bulk registration also, which we have already done for the people. But right now, so we have request all of you to do the individual registration. So for feedback, so if you click on the feedback option, so you can search. So what is the feedback you want to give for what content? So the search facility can be developed or furthermore improvised can be done, or service by browsing by source. So this source is not available. So like that, you can give your own feedback. So it will be addressed within 72 hours. So they have taken the time and they will be updating you for your feedback also. So that are the options they have here. And this is the URL. You can't forget for NDLI, ndl.itkgp.ac.in. As ma'am has clearly told, this initiative by Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, so that they have improvised by time to time. And so the third part is like, sir, do all the materials are free of cost? I have given already answer here. So for which content this particular institution has subscribed, they have content. And if you become an NDLI has become NDLI has tie up with all those institutions with the metadata, all the content can be accessed. And some content is not available at free of cost because of the access restriction by the concerned institution. For that, we need to request them and you can give a feedback so that it will be done here. And access to the NDLI system is totally free of charge. So this is the answer for you here. So access to the NDLI system is free of charge. However, the rules and accessing policy of the content provider will decide the accessibility of the material. So NDLI, what it do is, it harvests the metadata from other sources and guides its users to the respective sources. This is what this NDLI is doing. So don't think that they are providing all the material free of cost. Then you can ask me, sir, some material is not able to get the full text. So this is an answer for you. And this is about the metadata. I think technically we are all very much familiar about this metadata. It's a content about content, that means data about data. So we have to give all the metadata from the origin of the institution, so that what it will do is it enables the user to identify, discover, interpret, and manage the content, such as name of the author and the date on which date it has been created and published, and where the physical object is located. All these things can be found out by using this metadata. So by sitting in your desktop itself, we are able to find out which content, where it is available here. And this is about, technically speaking, this is about they are following certain standard called the Dublin Core Standard for generic. And for learning resource type, they are following LRMI metadata standard here for educational purpose. And for thesis, they have a metadata from Sodhganga. So this is about NDLI metadata and other content here. And who can contribute articles to NDLI? So sir, I am writing n number of good articles and papers, but it is not visible when it comes for online. So can I publish my content with the NDLI? Is it possible? So you can contribute. For that, you have to write to NDLI team. So they will go through the content, they will check the standard, and they will check all the plagiarism and the content quality. Then they will publish your content based on your publisher's policy. They will be publishing your content online. So you can also contribute to NDLI. The content may be as an article or as a animation part or as a simulation. Whatever you can develop, you can contribute with a proper standard. That is also possible here. And do you take any special permission to use the material from NDLI? So you can, right now people may get some sort of goosebump like, sir, all the material is available at free of cost. Shall we do the technology CCP? That means cut, copy, paste. Are we allowed to do that? So which content you are using online, so you should abide the rules of intellectual property right. So use of articles retrieved from NDLI will be determined by the rights policy of the content provider and any special right status of the article as well as the nature of use. So you cannot copy the content as like that. So whatever the content you want to reproduce, you have to write in your own language. You cannot copy as like that. So that is a sincere crime. So whatever the content available online, you can read and try to reproduce in your board. This is the thing. So you can use the content with a proper reference platform. That is possible here. And so what is a special unique feature? Now I come to the last part. So what is a unique feature and special feature this NDLI has? They have an option to access the CBSE examination preparatory material for school students. Likewise, they can access all the school content by CBSE board, ICSE board like that. We are able to access the content here for 10th CBSE examination preparation content. So many of those parents are now blinking, sir, how to access the content. Nowadays, during this pandemic period, I am not able to go here and there, and I want to give a good material for my child. In that context, is there anything is available? So for them, there is a very good option here. They can access audio, books, notes, or presentation, question paper, like any of the things are available. So that can be accessed for their examinations. N number of sources are available for even for examination preparation alone. And this is about the future collections. What kind of future collections they have? They have a unique special collections for even for COVID alone. They have created a COVID-19 research repository. We are able to access the COVID-19 research repository for scholarly publications and for data sets. Even they have a very good number of good data sets. So you can, if you want to know the truth about COVID-19, you can search here. And n number of documents and videos are available on COVID-19. And also the funding and ideas about COVID-19 is also available here. That is also possible. You can search here. It's very interesting when you are exploring this NDLI. You are able to, when I am exploring here, I'm able to get n number of numerous information for when I am searching for. So you will get it if you go through that. And featured collection. So this NDLI has a unique featured collection like birth centenary of Satyajit Ray. Recently they have added like this. So every year, every time they will be updating a different kind of content like any of the people's like birth centenary like that. And on this day, what happens? So you are able to get a proper update. Today, what happened and with the familiar people. So you will get the proper update like on this day and person of the week. On this week, what happens? So every week they have selected a resource person and who is very familiar with the current situation in the country. So they will be talking about their video lectures and their articles can be viewed here. So a person of the week has given a very good ideology about a different kind of personality, and topic of the week is also available here. So every week they are discussing about a particular topic. So first moon landing like that, they are using different kind of options here. So you are able to update with that, and talks and webinars is also available. So what kind of talks and webinars are happening with the NDLI, that can also be checked out. So this is about the future collection with respect to that. And I want to give, there are different other open education resources are also available. People, those who are very much interested in Tamil literature, you can make use of the Tamil Virtual Library. This is an initiative by Government of Tamil Nadu. Even we are able to see all the classical literature and the medieval literature books, manuscripts. So Tirukkural is available in pamphlet like that. All the pamphlets also can be searched. These are all digitized right now. And all the Periyapuranam, Kundalakesi, Valayapati, all the Tamil literature or our digitized content can be browsed here. It's very interesting actually. So for here, if you are able to see here, the books and periodicals and even the palm leaves, all these can be searched by this way. So even by the author, you can search by Thiruvalvar. You can click on Thiruvalvar. What Thirukkural has written in which format, that can also be searched in the digital format here. It is very much interesting if you are looking for that. So this is called Tamil Virtual Academy. They have their own site called Tamil. It's again available free of cost to browse. Even I can search here for Agananuru. So in Agananuru, what are all how they have written, if I want to see, it is interesting actually. Certain Tamil lettering and all, which we cannot predict and we cannot think about, that are all available here. So these are all freely available open educational resources and platforms. And World Digital Library, again, this is an initiative by UNESCO. You are able to access here, and Project Gutenberg like that. So a number of resources are available. And about Sodhganga, all our pieces are stored in Sodhganga InflipNet platform here. So if we want to know in which topic, is there any thesis are available already or not? So by using the Sodhganga alone, you can browse and you can come to a conclusion in this topic. We can pursue our research or not. So Sodhganga is a reservoir for all the theses published with all the universities in India. So with this note, I will conclude here. So do you have any questions? I am happy to answer. And so how much you are going to explore, that much you are going to satisfy your knowledge thirst. So our library has taken various initiatives to provide various resources online using Nimbus, XRD mobile app, and other platforms like INFED. Through INFED also you are able to access all the electronic resources. Further add-on to our digital library is called NDLI here. So through NDLI, you are able to access n number of resources, and we have a mobile app facility also. Like XRDM is a mobile app which can be downloaded through the mobile Play Store. So download that mobile app and try to use all the resources which are all available online. Even during this pandemic period, we are able to provide all the digital services to our institutional users. So how much you are going to make use of our resources is up to you. We are there to serve you. So thank you all for giving us opportunity and support. In future also, we are going to come up with the various activities through NDLI and also through our library. So it's a very delightful and it's so honor to share our knowledge with us and giving a session like this. So thank you so much. Do you have any question and questions? You can ask me right now. Thank you.
Very
Thank
nice
you.
lecture, Arumugam. Participants, I have just typed the list of electronic library facilities available. IDP, Nimbus, NDLI, Derwent, IRINS, Typeset, Delnet, and the exclusive XRDM mobile app. Please note down and you can utilize these facilities. Thank you. You can have your interactive session now. Thank you, Arumugam.
Thank you, ma'am. And there is a question
you.
in the chat box. Someone has asked us, sir, how to refine the results in the browse option. So for an example, if I am searching for a word called psychology, in the psychology, it will be listed out all the resources available in all the format in all the discipline. Psychology may be covered in management also, or even in the pedagogies also, education also. So in that context, what I have to do is I can go to the subject specific category and click on, I am looking for psychology in management. So click on management. You are able to access the psychology material related to management and the educational level. So I am looking for the educational level in the PG level or in the UG level, and I am looking the education level with the research level. So you can select all that things actually. So by using this refine option, you can filter out with the various filtering options like subject category, education level, difficulty level, source level like that. Okay. So any other doubts? I think I have answered this question, Mr. Karthik. Any other questions, please? Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir, for your valuable technical input.
Sir, I
Dear
have one more question.
participants.
Sir, I have one more question that I will answer, sir. So is there any restrictions for kids to access the portal? No, sir. No restrictions. It is not like a YouTube under 18 like that. It don't have any option here. So you can able to access. Now for that only, even for first standard student, they have a material over there. So they are also able to access the content. So there is no restriction for the kids to access this portal, no issues. You can, even this is the right time for your kids also, you can create an account and ask them to browse the content. That's possible here. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Any other
Thank you,
questions?
sir. Dear participants, if you have any doubts, please raise your questions. We are here to clarify your doubts.
Hello, sir. This is Dr. Nalasamy.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Sir, have you done bulk registration for PhD faculty members?
Sir, actually, we have done earlier, but right now we have given the passcode of our institution to all the mail IDs, our domain mail IDs to all the faculties and students. By scanning, by clicking on the passcode, they are able to log in with their NDLI portal. So they have to give the basic information through the domain mail ID and they can make use of it.
Okay.
Sir, one more
Students
clarification.
and staff.
Yes, sir. For students and faculty, we have done that. Before going to have a club membership, you have to do an individual registration. Then it can be automatically connected with your club member. So first thing you have to create your own individual login through your domain mail ID. After that, you have to add to a club. That's it, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, bulk registration only for the NDLI portal. The club, you need to register NDLI club also.
Club also.
It is required.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, Armugam, I think, hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you
Tell me,
hear
sir. Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, I think regarding this same NDLI and Coursera and other courses, online access courses, I think last year also some workshop you conducted along with the CIT, like NPSI, something related to the Moodle platform, how to use it, Moodle. In that also they highlighted the same way and asked many faculty to register for this, but I don't know how far many of them done. But sometimes when I registered myself, I have already been registered there. That's what
Yes,
I
sir.
want
Thank
to
you, sir. Sir,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. I will tell you the fact here. This
Yeah.
NDLI club registration and activities are now mandatory by all the AICT, all the accreditation bodies like AICTE, NAC, NBA and all. So they will be checking the performance of the institution involvement and what are the programs you have conducted and all they are checking right now. So for that context also, our institution involvement regarding the learning activity is very much required. For that purpose also, we are posting this NDLI vigorously to all our students and faculties.
Students, yeah, thank you. Thank you, right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. This is Anushya from Department of ECE.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, this is regarding, I think, before a week or so, 10 days before, when the principal was addressing the entire faculty member, he was indicating that there is an NDLI link and other things and all is available.
Yes, sir.
And immediately, the library also has supported us with the login credentials. And we have done it immediately. I tried myself immediately. But thing is, actually, it is not taking the passcode. We may not, I'm really doubting whether we are doing the login process correctly or not. 2-3 times I tried, but the login credentials, it is not accepting. We are able to get inside that NDLI website and we are able to check out of the general things. While doing the login, we are finding a difficulty. If possible, please send us the steps of login or any other things that we are missing that.
Yeah. Sorry.
The mail itself so that it is useful to all of us.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Ma'am, I will tell you one thing. I will probably we will be sending you the step-by-step guide how to register. That also I'll send you. But I will tell you the one more fact here. Due to all the colleges are doing this process right now, so the server is getting busy. The hit rate is very high right now. So for that reason, you may not be logging. But you have to log in for several times. It will be asking for username and password. The password and all it's asking for. That is also the issue. Probably it will be solved out, ma'am. We have already written a mail to the NDLI team to solve it. Probably it will be done.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So far, I think 700 have registered, madam. But as Armugam said, the problem is with the server.
Yes, ma'am.
They might have completed the registration process, but problem is I'm not able to enter into my login. Wherever I have registered, I'm not able to enter. It is not asking for any credentials of mine. It's just moving around. It is not getting into the login actually.
Yes, ma'am. We will do a step-by-step procedure that we have to do. And we will also look into your login, what is the problem that's happening.
Sure, madam.
Thank
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Any questions? Any other questions, ma'am? Any other questions? Shall we conclude now?
Yes, Armugam. If there are no more questions, we can conclude.
Okay, ma'am. Over to the team now.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for your nice presentation and valuable technical input. Now, I request Mr. S. Venkatesh, librarian, Dr. GRD Memorial Library, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Prakash. I'm very happy to express my vote of thanks for this program. We are very thankful to our management and principal to give permission to organize this program through NDLI portal. We are extremely thankful to our professor in charge, Dr. G.R. Katpakam, for the continuous support and encouragement. We are very thankful to Mr. J. Armukam, librarian, PhD College of Technology, for the nice presentation about NDLI resources. We are also thankful to Mr. Prakash, librarian, and our library team to organize this program. We are extremely thankful to all participants for this interactive participation in this program. Thank you, one and all. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
To acquire knowledge, one must study, but to acquire wisdom, one must observe. Dear participants, may I thank you very much for your active participation in this online awareness program on National Digital Library of India. I request all the participants to fill the feedback form. Link for the same is available in the Google Meet chat box and YouTube chat box. Thank you once again. Goodbye.
Request we can close the session.
Yes, ma'am.